Yeah, so thanks to KDog for that introduction. And as he's alluded to, an exclusive interview with Sussex and England Lions player James Coles. Welcome, Colesy. How you doing?
Yeah, very good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, very well, thank you. We've we were in Rhodes at the same time just recently. Colesy, how was your holiday? Was it good to just get away from cricket for a few days?
Yeah, it was so nice. Been quite a long season, so it's nice to have a little break.
And has that been no training at all, or are you now back in training full swing?
Yeah, I've started back this week. I had a little bit of time off, did a little bit while I was on holiday in Turkey with my family, but yeah, just got started again.
Really good. How's that looking at the moment? Is it fitness and one or two nets, or is it a bit more than that?
Yeah, it's well, I guess I've had quite a expansive or whatever you want to call it month. So I'm trying to claw it back in a little bit. So it's been quite an intense week. I guess like day to day, looking at a gym session, bit of running, and a bike session. So it's been quite full on, but it's very much needed at the minute. Uh, but yeah, and then had my first bowl today, which was good at Tom Alsop, just to have a little bit of white ball bowling. But yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, was it coming out all right?
Oh, just about. He was whacking them as he always does. So, and indoors, not offering much spin. So, yeah, not much my favour.
It's quite tricky that actually, isn't it? When it's not offering anything, it's just
Mm.
how you can combat anybody going after you, really, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, it was good.
Good. Obviously, really successful season for Sussex, winning the division. What was that like? Was that always the intention? I assume it was, but were there any stage, during the season where, things had to change, or what was the sort of recipe that you wanted to push on to get that division championship?
I guess since Fabi came in as head coach, it's all we've always tried to change our mindset away from like hoping to win to more expecting to win. And I reckon 3, 4 games into the season, we were all just expecting to win. Like, well, it was that early on, but my turning point where I realised that this is actually where we're at it as a group was I was talking to Bertie Foreman, I was sharing a room with in oh, was it Bristol when he made his debut, and we were talking about how the day's play had gone, and we bowled first on a pitch offering a bit but not a load, and we still managed to bowl Gloucester out for 100 and something, albeit they'd obviously been on the lash all weekend because they'd won the Vitality Blast. But no, it was still so impressive that I was just going into that game knowing we'd bowl them out or we'd score 300, and and then we do and then put them in a deficit. And it happened for the last 4 games of the year where we were putting teams in a deficit and then just winning by either an innings or by a considerable margin. It was at that point where I realised that we're in such a good spot.
Yeah, and contributions throughout the season from yourself with bat and ball. Did you were you happy with your season generally with both disciplines, or
Um,
liked, you know?
I I I wanted more Champo runs. I'm like if you take away the 100 I scored at the last game, like I hadn't scored 100 all year, and I'd thrown away quite a few chances and opportunities to score some hundreds. So in reflection, I said that I I need to cut out the soft dismissals and stuff like that for next year, especially going into Div 1, because I presume I'll be got out a bit more than I was this year rather than me getting myself out. So I need to cash in when possible. But with the ball, I was happy at the start. Yeah, no, it came out well. Just bowled in tricky periods sometimes, but no, I was happy. And then white ball, I was over the moon. I wasn't really expecting to go in to even play this year. So to have the year I did, I guess I think I was the only person to score 300 runs and take 20 wickets in the whole comp. So that was a nice achievement. But other than that, yeah, no, I was happy with my year, and we won. So and it's our most successful season in however many years. So yeah,
Yeah, no,
chuffed.
Absolutely. I was going to say, come on to the pitches that you played on actually in the championship
Mm.
for spin. Is it becoming better for spinners in this country, or is it still a real sort of hard graft, really?
I definitely say like the stats allude to it being more spin friendly. Like I think there was three spinners taking more than 40 wickets this year, or maybe even more. I could be wrong, but there seemed to be a lot more spinners taking wickets. But I think the introduction to there's more kookaburra rounds and stuff like that. There's a lot of things that have changed. So more games with the kookaburra ball, so therefore spinners are going to be bowling more. So that might be a reason why that trend's happening. But I guess from our perspective, we've tried to produce more spinning wickets or wickets that spin later on in the game, just because we got Jack Carson and myself, and that proved that we should be doing that because Jack took 50 wickets this year. So we'll definitely be doing that going forward because he's our strike bowler. So but yeah, I think pitches are maybe changing slightly, but I just think spinners are probably bowling a bit more.
Yeah, that which is really good. Just you alluded there the change of ball actually to the kookaburra because there was a stat that came out this week about Leach's averages with the kookaburra were a lot hard, a lot better than they were with the previous ball. Uh,
Mm.
is there anything massively different? Did you feel it was more beneficial to you with the kookaburra?
No, I definitely prefer bowling with the kookaburra. They just fit a lot nicer in the hand. It feels like you can actually give them a decent rip. I guess if you compare using it's pretty similar to the white kookaburra, if not the same. So if you feel that and then compare it to a Duke's, like Duke's has got pretty hefty seams, hence why they're seam friendly, and then kookaburras are a bit flatter seams and just they don't hurt as much. They don't dig in. I don't know. They're just so much more comfortable, I'd say.
Yeah, really interesting actually, and I think it's helping our spinners going forward. That's the key
Mm.
fact which we need in our cricket in England, I think. So no,
Yeah,
that's
100%.
good. So what was when you won the championship? What was it? What was it like? Was it a good celebration?
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, it was good. Maybe went on a bit longer than it needed to, but nah, it was so good. Made a lot of memories that I won't forget for a while.
I did like the banging of the bats on the floor and the singing afterwards. That's
Yeah,
that's always good fun, isn't it?
yeah. We had quite a few of those moments this year with the amount of wins we got. So no, it's always nice. Each time's better than the last, that's for sure.
Yeah. It gets louder, does it?
Yeah, yeah. Especially on the bigger games. No, it's good.
Yeah, brilliant. That is great team spirit, isn't it? The camaraderie
Mm.
there. That's just what you want from a team, isn't it?
No, 100%. Yeah.
Brilliant. Um, so you got into the Vitality Blast semi-finals as well. So again, decent season in that respect. Coming across the six other Oxfordshire boys, and obviously Harrison Ward played for Sussex as well. So it was a really good, really proud moment for Oxfordshire cricket at the Vitality Blast finals day.
No, yeah, every time we play Gloucester, me and Mordy always sit there and try and name an 11 we can produce of professional cricketers, and yeah, it's always good because there's someone that well, there's more than 11, I reckon now. So it's no, it's really impressive, and I guess it just shows how impressive the system at Oxfordshire is producing so many. So yeah, I guess credit to them for what they've done through the years.
Are you still in contact with Alan Duncan? Is he still doing a little bit of coaching with you?
Yeah, no, I speak to him quite a lot, pretty much after every game, about obviously how it's gone and stuff like that. And then we always catch up when he's down here. But now when I had a little lull during the season in Red Bull, so I messaged him and we had a hit together again, which was nice just to kind of go back and I guess you always see it on the news of Harry Brooks done this with his old coach and it's revolutionised him and stuff like that. And Kevin Peterson did it. And it is true, like it does help so much. Just that familiar set of eyes that they kind of know your game inside and out. But yeah, no, he's been class.
Yeah, it's having that relationship, isn't it? And
Mm,
it's almost like a comfort zone in some respect, isn't it? But to go back to that, but
mm.
to help that confidence moving forward.
Yeah, no, for sure. No, that's what he's very good for. He knows my moods, I guess, when I want to be spoken to and when not. And I guess that's quite rare in coaches. So no, it's good.
And obviously, you got into the 100. And what were your experiences there? I know you got a wicket and you actually bowled the first over, I remember, and took a wicket in those first five. What was that like, getting involved in that?
Oh, it was surreal. Well, as I said earlier, like I wasn't even expecting to play T20 cricket this year, and then I go and get picked in the 100. So I took every moment as it came. But I mean, if someone said that was going to happen at the start of the year, I would have been pretty surprised. But no, it was amazing. There's so many very, very good cricketers in that dressing room that I got to spend time with and get to know on a personal level. So that was really good. And just watching the way that all the world class players go about their practice was really eye opening. And I guess the amount of purpose they put into everything they do, and it shows why they're so good.
Is there anyone in particular that you really, really got on well with and, still in contact with?
Uh, to be fair, not in contact with loads. I got on well with Al Davies, Joe Weatherly, Lewis Deploy, all of those lads. We got on quite well, so that was nice. But yeah, no, they were all really nice. So
Yeah, Joe Weather is a really nice guy, isn't he? He was one of
no,
my
he's
last
lovely.
cricketers actually, and I remember. So he came across really, really well then. So that's good. I mean, great experience, and you were always in the team as well, weren't you? You didn't miss a game.
Yeah, I think I missed two. When we got Andre Fletcher in as a replacement. Then he took my spot, and then I came back in for the. Don't know if came in again. No, I came in a game before we qualified for the semis, for the eliminator. Sorry, and then yeah, and then I played through to the final, which is nice. And that's yeah, I really got on with Stephen Fleming, and I guess he backed me to the hills, which was really nice. And so yeah, I, I quite a bit for that.
Yeah, no, that's good to hear as well. Um, so obviously this is coming into nicely your tour for the winter, certainly from November to December with England Lions,
Mm.
and looking forward to that, obviously.
Yeah, no, it's amazing to get selected again for my second year in a row for this training camp. So no, I can't wait. And Cape Town's a place I really like going to, so it just makes it even better.
Yeah, sounds really good. What experiences can you take with you from your last year? We didn't have that opportunity to catch up with you. We interviewed you before you went out
Mm.
to the UAE, but we didn't interview on your return. But what experiences can you bring now to this tour?
I think just the openness to learn and try things, like especially this current regime of English cricket. Like I think you have to go in with such an open mind, and they're not ones that really are for being closed minded and think you've completed it kind of thing. So um, I guess that's what I'm going to be going in training hard. Just going in with a pretty open mind, open to try stuff, even if it's not what I'm used to.
And you mentioned that certain Freddie Flintoff was one of the coaches there last year, obviously head coach this time.
Mm.
You've had a few conversations with him. How's that going? How's he coming?
Yeah, no, really good. He's a really lovely man. I really enjoyed him when we were in Abu Dhabi last year. So looking forward to working with him again. He was actually. I can't speak highly enough of him. He was really complimentary and pumped me up and all of that stuff that a good coach does. So no, yeah, really looking forward to work with him again.
He's quite an inspirational character, that is for sure.
Mm.
I'm looking forward to actually taking on Bullseye as well, a new television program. It takes me back to my youth, so I'm quite looking forward to seeing Freddie doing a little bit of bully. So that would be quite good. So you obviously got a few people on the tour. Henry Crocombe is there, your colleague from Sussex, and there's a certain Josh Hull on this tour as well. It's going to be quite
Mm.
interesting.
Yeah, no, I faced him down the hill at home this year, and I thought, oh, he can ramp it up when he wants to, I'm sure. So that would be exciting to face him. Guess test match bowler, so get the opportunity to face him, and then hopefully that, well, then just learn and see how it is. I guess moments like that, which I experienced last year in Abu Dhabi, and I found last year in pre-season facing Jofra with Sussex. I guess sometimes it just takes little moments like that where you're facing someone that you think you might be slightly out of depth to, but then you play them fine, and then you start to build this confidence, and you're like, ah, okay, I can compete. I remember when I played against Notts when I think I was 17, 18. It was a green seamer, James Pattinson's bowling, and he set this short ball plan, and God, it was speed of light. He was really angry, bowling some rapid bounces, and I faced it. I didn't get loads, but I remember afterwards coming off, and I was like, okay, this is actually, I can do this kind of thing, and that was probably the turning point in my career.
It's really interesting. Has Joffrey been a help to you there? Quite interesting to face him, obviously.
Yeah, he just loves trying to hit you in the head. This he's got more. He finds that more fun than ripping your poles out. So I guess that's what makes him such a special bowler. But no, he was amazing during the 100. Made me feel really welcome because going into a new group would have been quite easy for him to just kind of leave me alone and stay with his mates kind of thing. But no, he was really kind, and no, get on with him well.
Well, we wish you, everybody from Oxports and Leash wishes you all the very best for the tour and obviously beyond. I think it's an exciting time for you, Colsey. I think there's a lot more to come from you in 2025, and we'll watch it with interest, and hopefully we'll get you back on at some point, perhaps during the season or before the season or after the season, so we can have an update on everything you've done and achieved. So well done today. I mean, there's lots of things that happen for you this year. Let's hope it continues next year. For now, Colsey, thanks very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.